Amen. Well, it's Mother's Day, and y'all know I'm a mama's baby. I always get emotional, and I make no apologies about it. So y'all forgive me, will you? I just need these close by, just in case. And a happy, and a blessed Mother's Day to each of you wonderful, wonderful mothers. On the way to church today, I thought how special each and every one of you are. Every one of you are special in God's sight. But there are 4 mothers here today that, could we have the lights for just a moment? Kim W., where are you at? Would you please stand? D. Sullivan, where are you? You hugged up by that big old boy. Julie Smith. I guess Robin is gone, out of town. I want to say and Amy Whitney will be getting on a plane, her and Mark, in just a few days to go to the other side of the world. Y'all have taken motherhood to another level. And because of your love of being a mother, we've all been blessed. This church, this community, our families have been blessed by Addison, little Bella, Annabella, little Mary Beth, Ashton. And what's her name going to be? Okay, beautiful. And a special blessing on you today and your families. God bless you. I wrote a couple of things down so that I would not forget them because they were worth talking about. Today I'm in debt to a lot of people that are here in this room today. I have some precious memories of people, and so do you, of those that were intimately involved in your life that has helped you on life's journey to get you to where you are today. And today's a pretty good day to say thank you to these people. There are teachers that were influential in my life, that I remembered their example and their enthusiastic motive to help me to become a better person. There were preachers along the way that put their hand on my shoulder and encouraged me. There was Troy Smith over in Winfield that gave me my first job sacking groceries at Troy's Supermart. And then I see today H.A. Hodge that hired me and fired me more times than anybody else I know. He worked for the city of Jackson, but for all those years on the side, so he could always slip a little money to his children, he poured concrete. And between these revival meetings that Shirley and I were holding, we would come in and spend a week or two at their home, and there was always a sidewalk to be poured, and he would always hire me. And then after I got there, it took about 30 minutes for him to very kindly say, "George, why don't you just go sit in the truck and I'll finish this thing up." And he always paid me for sitting in the truck. And I thank you for that today. And his beautiful wife and the mother of my wife, what an example you have been of what a real Christian lady is. And I thank you for being that mother to me in the absence of my earthly mother. And then there's our children that have been an example to me as to what I wanted to be when I grew up. They have been the shining example of being a real Christian. And I thank Kevin and Jason and Edith so much today. And Shirley Bates, for 37 years, has had to put up with me. And if there's any credit for this family being successful, it is all due to her, because she has poured herself in to these precious children with all of her efforts and all of her love. And I owe her a big, big I love you today. Thank you, Shirley. Okay, let me get through. I'm speaking today on life's lessons learned at Mother's Feet. I read the book many years ago. Everything I needed to know in life I learned in kindergarten. But you see, I did not have the privilege of kindergarten. But I had this wonderful, wonderful schoolhouse that was at the feet of Mother. And I'll share five very important things. Even though she taught me a million things, I'll only share 5 of those with you today. But this one won't count. This one won't count. But on the way to church today, I stopped to get some gum that I have misplaced. You going to give me some gum? Thank you. Okay, I'll take that. But while I was there, see, there was some things that Mother taught me that I will never, ever forget. Number 1, there were 3 things you never left home without doing. Or you never left home without scrubbed ears. And behind my ears today is still soft tissue from her scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. So you always left home with scrubbed ears, clean underwear, and 3 nickels. Let me tell you what 3 nickels could get you in 1962. It'd get you a Coca-Cola. It'd get you a package of Noah's potato chips. And it'd get you a Baby Ruth candy bar. Precious memories, how they linger. And there may not have been enough money around the house for milk and bread, but let me tell you what always was room for. Coke and a bag of peanuts. Now, I'm sorry I'm doing this today, but there's some things you don't forget. Now, how many of y'all have never, ever had a cold 6.5, this is the only kind of bottle you do this with, okay? Gary, you can tell them. 6.5 ounces of strong Coca-Cola. You take 1 sip out, and then you take your bag of peanuts, and you pour them in. Can I tell you how many times at the end of a long, hard day at school that I got off the bus and Mama was standing there with a cold Coke and a bag of peanuts? Have you had one of them lately? Go home and get that one real cold. Chuck, have you had a cold Coke and peanuts lately? Come here real quick. Come here. Mama said, dude, this is the best medicine that you'll ever be able to take, okay?
Thank you.
Mama sends her love. Well, I got 6 of these. Who has never had a cold Coke and a... Okay, come on. Come here, Heather. Heath. All right. Mama get it good and cold for him. Okay, well, he's got to have... We're running out real quick. I'm glad I stopped at the store today. There you go. Tree, you need that.
I had one there.
See there? That sort of gets you back in the game. Well, that one didn't cost you anything. I've got one more. I'm going to keep that one.